Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making almond flour cookies.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Almond flour cookies. You're probably shaking your head like, what? These are, what have we got? 4 ingredients, 3 maybe if you want to leave the salt out. They're gluten-free, refined sugar-free, egg-free, and so if you have family members with any of those dietary restrictions, this is for you. But they are delicious, chewy cookie, yum. And it's really easy. And they're higher protein. I mean, there's so many pluses. So I just get this at Costco. It's almond flour. You need some maple syrup, some vanilla. You could add some orange or lemon rind to it to give it that kind of thing. You could add pumpkin pie spice. I'm gonna stick some chocolate chips on the top of mine today. So the first thing you're gonna need is just a plain old bowl. You don't need any fancy equipment. I forgot my spoon. And you need 1.5 cups of this almond flour. So I have not very much left in here. I'll try not to make a mess. See if I can get it all out. And preheat your oven to 350 degrees because that's the beep you just heard. Well, I'd say
that's almost enough. It's close. Oh no, it's good 1 then.
that's a 1 cup.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna-
0.94, 0.95.
Right? And a half. And I have found so many delicious uses for almond flour. Up in the protein, and flavor is delicious. We're gonna put just 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt in. I like the salt in there just to bring out all the flavors. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Couple good glugs. And the magic sticky goodness is 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And you want to use the good stuff. The real deal chenille. Pure maple syrup. So we're gonna mix this together. It's gonna kind of wind up ending kind of like wet sand, might you?
No, I mean, I'm no cook, but from my perspective, that doesn't look like that's enough ingredients. Like, how does it stick together?
I don't know, it just works.
Wow, okay, that's
There's
awesome.
no egg, I know, there's no egg, there's no binder, but once you
No.
get it wet with the little bit of vanilla and the maple syrup, it really sticks together and it looks like cookie dough.
It does.
Now
That's
this
amazing.
only makes a dozen, so if you want to make more, just double it. I'm the only one in my house that eats these, so a dozen suits me well. I stick them in the freezer, and when I want a sweet treat, you can have one. If you've got somebody, like I said, that needs dairy-free, egg-free, gluten-free, then this is a great recipe. So I'm just taking my cookie scoop. If not, the only other thing that you want is you want to make sure you use parchment. I'm going to use my silpat because it gets the edges just a little crispier. And we're just going to set them on here. It should make 12, but my dough balls are a little bigger just because, well, you know, who doesn't like a bigger cookie? It says 1 tablespoon, but I kind of pushed the envelope a little. I might only get 8 out of here, and that's okay. Yeah, so you can change up the flavors. I'm gonna put all the instructions in the description, as I always do. But you could add like citrus zest to it. You could add some pumpkin pie spice. One of the ways I ate them before is I would just spread Nutella on them, and oh my goodness, that's so good. And they are a pretty sweet cookie just because you're using the maple syrup. All right, let me wash and then I'll be right back. All right, so I've just got myself a little piece of parchment and one of our juice glasses, and I'm just gonna set it on here. You're gonna squish them down to about 1/4 inch. Real gentle. I would recommend the parchment because it's pretty sticky dough. All right, so we've got that, and I'm gonna stick a couple dark chocolate chips in the top of some, just for a little extra special treat. All right, so I've got my Oven preheated to 350 degrees. These are gonna bake for about 10 to 12 minutes depending on your oven, and then we'll be back to eat them. Beautiful. You can see how they're nice and brown around the edges. Yum. Okay, we are gonna wait for them to cool and I'll be right back. Welcome back. These have cooled. I can touch the cookie sheet. That's the only thing about cooking on a silpat. It's sticky and you can't get it off. So I've just got a little spatula and I'm gonna go under. So you can see how delicious and brown these are. They look crispy, but they are actually very chewy and very delicious. Now this is not the same as using all-purpose flour and getting the chewy cookie, but it's really close. And if you've got gluten and dairy and egg issues, this is so delicious. So I'm going to have a bite because they are so good. But I mean, they pull apart. You add a little chocolate on there. I think they're wonderful. The only thing you want to make sure is that when you flatten them, make sure you get them down to 1/4 inch. Mine were a little thick. And so they could have been a little like chewier and done a little more, but man, they're good. I hope you guys try these. Gift them to a friend if you got a friend who has different dietary restrictions, because these are really delicious. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen today. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Well, hashtag gluten-free, baby.
Oh, they smell good.
That means you did something right. And what I've heard is she should have made them flatter, whatever.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. They still got poofy, which is very interesting.
And keep your hand in the same position. Nice. It's okay.
Man almighty. I made a mess. Now it's messier.
That's a total boo-boo. Holy moly.
Oh no, do you want to try?
Oh, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Just open, because it's like...
Very nice.
Gonna taste good, I know.